Okay, we are going to start. Let me see if I can get in here. Start sewing. I'm going to go back to my regular knit stitch on this one, and I'm going to use the original settings on my machine. Okay, gosh, it's so cold today. I thought summer was here, and it's just cold outside. Okay, so let's go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to start at the thumb, work my way around all the way to the end. So let's go ahead. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have a lot of skipped stitches. So I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to sew with this one, and I'm going to sew with another knit stitch. Okay, so oops, I just hit the camera. Let's make sure you're still in view there. Okay. So I'm just going to start sewing around the edge. I've got my pressure foot with the see-through plastic on the middle here, so I can see exactly where that piece of paper is, and I've got it lined up right dead center with that paper. So I'm just going to sew around the paper just the way it is. And this is exactly what happened last time. Just a whole bunch of skip stitches. Well, it's not doing anything. Let me see if I can try this again. Yeah, I didn't even get any stitches in. Let's try this one right here. Let me see if I can get some. See if I can get some better. Maybe it's my bobbin. Let me reset my bobbin. Okay, let's try the regular knit stitch. See if we can do that instead. Let's go to our centered needle position so that when we do sew that stitch, we will be right on the center again. So this is a different knit stitch. Let's see if this helps more. Yeah, still doesn't want to. Does not want to catch. Nope. Doesn't want to do it. That one does not want to stow at all this time. I did it yesterday, so I don't know what the problem is today. Let me try going from another angle. Let me try going back to my knit stitch. And let me try from this side and see if I can get a better start going here. See if I can get something going. Probably not seeing what I'm doing here. So I'm keeping that piece of paper right in the middle of my pressure foot. Oh, I hit the paper, but that's okay. Come up to the thumb. this around and come back a couple more spaces. Okay. Okay, let me show you what a mess that was. See how much I skipped? I skipped that whole section right there with this thread. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that same thing again as many times as necessary to get it to actually sew together. But like I said, it's only this metallic that you have the problems with. You're not going to have that problem with the regular fabric. So let me try this stitch again. And let's just go down this one area where we had that totally missed stitch. I'm going to go to the center. Keep the paper on if you need it. Doesn't want to. Okay. Okay, let's see how we did on that one. So I'm going to have to do this whole side. See how all these are all skipped too? So I'm going to go ahead and try that. I'm just going to keep sewing over this until I can get it completely sewn up and it's got a nice seam to it. I'm not going to subject you to the whole thing, but I just wanted to show you how hard it is to sew on these metallics. And then when I come back, we'll put together one on the regular lycra that's not so hard to sew. Okay, and then once I get this sewn up a couple more times, I'll come back and show you how to cut it out. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, all right, so everywhere I had any skip stitches, I came back and put in some more seams. You can see the gray thread right on top of that white lycra. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take a pair of scissors and you want to cut this as close as possible to the edge. You want to go, I would say maybe about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, something like that. You can go bigger if you want, but you really don't need to. So cut it. Okay, so then same thing on the thumb. And up and around. I didn't get that. Get this out of the way. Okay. So we're going to come in here now. And you're going to go close to that. You're going to want to go into that and make a little clip. This might be a little too much. Okay. All right, so now let's just turn it inside out. So if you can get if you have better thread and if you can find that 7511 needle, and you might have much better luck with this metallic than I did. I mean, it works. It's just you have to keep repeating your stitches because it does want to tend to, and it's not that bad on these little gloves because it's not that time consuming to go over these stitches every once in a while. I mean, back and forth. Get something with a sharper edge on it. Take my pencil here. Get the thumb out. Okay. Okay, let's try it on the doll. Okay, so here she goes. She's got the same size hands as the American Girl, the Madame Alexander's. She's got a thicker wrist than the Journey Girls too. See, you might even want to go even bigger on these metallics, because it is, especially if you're doing it for a little girl, because they're going to have trouble getting these gloves on as it is. So you might even want to go bigger than the pattern I gave you. Yep, it's still a little too tight for her. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's still a little too tight. See, you should have gone even, I should have gone even bigger. Yeah. That's what I mean, the stretch in this is just not that good. Okay, so let's see if you can see that. Yeah, we'll have to move it around and get it on right so it looks nice. Okay, now if you want to do those gloves that you know, come down like this, the little half gloves like that. And if you want to do that for the entire glove, you're going to have to just extend the top of the pattern so that you can get those slouch gloves and do it that way. Yep, even the metallic pattern's got to get bigger. Okay, same thing if you want to go to opera gloves, go all the way up here and make it even bigger that way. But yeah, I'm even going to make the pattern even a little bit bigger on the metallic gloves. So, yeah, okay. All right, so that was that one. And then when I come back, I'll do one of the simpler ones that are easy to sew, because these ones are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, okay, I'll be right back.